Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien speaking on Thursday, May 2nd. With Bubba here. Well, Bubba is looking for his friend the Blue Jay, pondering all the stuff there, and we were doing some reminiscing today. Well, it's the weekend with the Kentucky Derby coming up on Saturday. Ladies with the big hats and the juleps. Well, Bubba couldn't handle one of those juleps, poor Bubba. You could see it after he had one of those. Anyway, but I wanted to do a video and get off this political stuff here. I mean, all we know is there's going to be no impeachment, and next year it's going to be Creepy Joe versus Trumpy Dumpy. But, what fun is that? But let's do something not political today. I'll call it the good old days. Remember, for most of us, and I'm talking about the guys that are 60 and over, we remember fondly the good old days. And they probably weren't good old days. No, there was a lot happening in those days, but to us, there'll always be good old days. The 50s and the 60s. And compare them to today. Well, in the 60s, you could go to the movie, 15 cents a dime, something like that. And you could go over there and watch a shootout. Say, like the battle at the OK Corral. Today, you go to a movie and you are in a shootout. So, see, I'd rather go to the good old days. In the good old days, you could send your mother-in-law her birthday present or Mother's Day present, because it's Mother's Day coming up. Remember those days when you had to send it to mother-in-law? Well, in the good old days, you dreaded going to the post office to send it. And you used to call it going postal, because you had to go there to send your mother-in-law her present. Today, the post office got mad, remember, in the 70s, and started going postal at you. Well, now, hey, you go to FedEx and you go to work and they go postal on you. So see what I mean, Americans? Things have changed. Also, remember in the good old days, you could go to, well, they didn't have malls. They started doing malls in the 60s. Remember those? The first ones that they had? Uh, and you could go malling and have a blast. Well, today, or you could go and have a spiritual time at the church. Well, today you can go to the mall or the church and have a blast. Same words, meaning different, remember? Remember in the good old days? Uh, you could have a gay old time. Try having a gay old time today. Or even bringing your gay apparel to have a good time. Yeah, LBTQ has stole that word, and people have stole a lot of words. Remember when the N word meant that you were lazy? It didn't mean that you were a color of this or color of that, but it means that you're lazy. Today, you can't even use that word. Why? Because they changed the meaning of it. Because anybody can be the N word. There's a lot of people that are that. I see them all over the place. And remember the time where children could go to school without worrying about duck and cover? Well, in the 1950s and 60s when we went to school, I know in the Canal Zone we always had the drill for duck and cover for the nuclear war, remember? Nuclear attack coming, hit the deck. Yeah, right. Well, the kids today don't realize what that was. But they got a more serious situation today. They got to actually duck and cover because their classmates wants to kill them. Boy, where have we come from? And remember, like I said, you have an election next year and it's going to be Trumpy Dumpy and Creepy Joe. Boy, ugh. Whatever happened to our election system anyway? Remember in the good old days, like in the 1950s when you had, I like Ike, I like Ike? And Adlai Stevenson, well, poor Adlai. He got he didn't do too good, did he? And he was a nice guy, probably, but boy, his pictures didn't look good. It was almost like Richard Nixon and the handsome Mr. Kennedy, right? Yeah, right. So you see, Americans, this is what I'm saying. The good old days. The days when things were better, at least we think they were they? You didn't have to worry about a credit report or your credit score. Why would you have to do that? You got so much to worry about. You got debt galore from your school and or profession, if you're a doctor or a lawyer, law school. You got all that debt to worry about. And then you got to worry about the credit score because they don't look at you as a human being, they look at you as a credit score. So you see, the good old days were better. This is your favorite alien signing off and saying, what do you think, Americans? Let me know in this video if you like the good old days. See you later. Oh, and remember, in the good old days, you could go to see your significant other and go swinging. Remember the swings? They used to be all over there. You would go swinging. Today, you go swinging, you might be like Mr. Kraft and get arrested. Well, anyway, this is your favorite alien signing off. Bye.